So we're into the PSP store now. If you've already got a PSN login ID, you can just use that and sign up as I did. Otherwise, you're going to have to set up an account, which takes, I guess, 10 minutes in my experience. So I'm just going into the latest section on the PSP store. See, we've got Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End, Morono of Phantom Island game pack for Prinny, Can I Really Be the Hero? Some Gamescom trailers. Looks like you can download trailers, which is pretty cool. Let's just set up the Arctic Edge trailer, as we're going to be playing that in a sec. Cool. So it's 11 megabytes. It's downloading over our fairly nippy Wi-Fi network at work. So it seems to be going quite quickly. But there's no option to download in the background. It doesn't look like on the PlayStation 3. So that's a bit of a shame. But hey, you can download videos, which is cool.
Yeah, that's great.
Let's just leave it running for the rest of its time. Do you think this is something that you'll do? Luke, you'll download videos to your PSP?
I do occasionally, yeah. Like when there's been some really cool kind of blockbuster trailers come out, after E3 or Gamescom or something like that. It's usually the best way to view them is kind of on your console, I guess, in kind of HD or SD in this case. But
cool. So that was one of the Gamescom trailers there. Patapon full game. Now I've already got. If I go into my account or my downloads, I should be able to pull up my previous downloads. So if I start downloading MotorStorm Arctic Edge, this is the review package. As I say, 526 megabytes. Can have a look at some of the other downloads that I've.
Sure, and this is showing your PS3 downloads as
These
well.
are my PS3 downloads, so yeah, you can see everything that I've downloaded, but I think from what I saw from the latest download there, it should say download. There we go. So there's Resistance Retribution as well there. That's 1,435 meg to give you an idea of size. It's about 3 times the size of MotorStorm. Patapon 2 is 386 megabytes. So let's go for the review code at the top for MotorStorm and see how we get on with that. As I say, our Wi-Fi network is fairly fast. So hopefully it shouldn't take too long. Just as a comparison, I did download MotorStorm for this as well, for the PSP 3000. We're going to try both of them out side by side later so you can see how they stack up. But that took about 15 minutes. So we'll see how this compares. So we've installed MotorStorm Arctic Edge, which is out pretty soon for the PlayStation Portable. We've got a review copy, we should note. Luke's got it on the PSP 3000. He's setting up a wireless game. I'm going to jump into his game using the PSP Go, and then we're going to stack them up against each other to see how they fare. I've been playing a little bit of this on the PSP 3000. This is my first go on the PSP Go, and they both seem to be identical in terms of gameplay and graphics and speed. There's no slowdown on this at all, which is good. Other than that, I think that the screen is less shiny on the PSP Go. I think our camera is having more luck picking up the PSP Go screen. Is that right?
And do we agree that because although it's the same amount of pixels, but the screen's a bit smaller, it looks a little bit crisper?
I think it does look a little bit crisper on the PSP Go, yeah. One of the cool features of the PSP Go that we've noticed already is the fact that you can pause games if you want. So you can actually store the state that it was in and go and do something else on your PSP. On the PSP 3000, when you press the PlayStation button, all you can do is quit the game. But on here, you press pause, and what it does is it saves the status of that game as you were playing. So if you're mid-race, you need to break off and do something else important on your PSP, it saves that state. So we can go and watch the movie or the video clip that we downloaded before from the PlayStation Store. Go to the video section, and then we've got the MotorStorm Arctic Edge trailer, which we downloaded, which looks pretty good.
Yeah.
So I can skip through that, watch that. Looks good. Then we quit out, and then I go back to my game, go resume game. It takes a few seconds to shut down and reload it again. But hopefully in a minute.
There we go.
Press X to skip. We're back in it, which is exactly where we were.
Right.
Which is a good feature, I think.
Yeah,
it's a really good feature.
Yeah, if you need to put your PSP down, or you're waiting for a train, or something like that, and you kind of need to turn it off, or something.
Or if I'm playing maybe if you're playing Monster Hunter and you're going on a long
long quest.
Quest or something.
Yep.
You wanna get out of it and watch a movie to have a bit of a break and then go straight back into it afterwards.
Yeah, especially for games that don't allow you to save at any point. You know, there might be a save point or something like that. That will kind of allow you to get around that limitation.
That's a cool feature.
It's great.
The PSP Go also includes one of these videos that tells you basically about the system, how it works, some of the download features that we've been talking about. As long as you're kind of, you've got lots of Sony products. If you've got a PlayStation 3, you're laughing.
But you don't need a Vaio computer, do you?
No, you don't.
Any
PC.
Brilliant.
Yeah, I think it's PC only, no Mac. And just looking around the rest of the console, we can see we've got this lanyard hole here, if you want to use that, I guess, and the headphone socket on the bottom. It doesn't have that extra bit that allows you to do the video output on the PlayStation PSP 3000, but I think that might work with this new adapter here, this new feature. I've seen pictures of the dock that it sits in, and it will be able to output video, but we unfortunately don't have that cable at the moment.
Cool.
So, any other final thoughts, Luke? Do you like what you've seen?
Yeah, I was quite skeptical before I kind of saw it in the flesh, thinking, why bring out a new PSP kind of at a massive premium price? But having seen it, the build quality looks great, the screen looks really good. I'm quite impressed with just how it looks and feels, and some of the new functionality in it is pretty cool as well. So yeah, I definitely think it's a good device, and it's kind of just depends on which one you prefer as to what you buy.
And sat next to each other, there is quite a big size difference.
It is,
and it does feel a lot different. It feels less plasticky. It feels a bit more
solid but lighter. Yeah, and much easier to fit into your pocket, which is a good thing.
Good stuff. Well, that's the PSP Go. It's available in Europe and the US on October the 1st.